Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Armada 3. I'm Valen, and today we will be hopefully weakening the Federation to the point that they can't fight back. So we've got the First Fleet over in this area, and the main problem is that they have a lot of shipyards here. This seems like a major factory world. Killing it off will make it nearly impossible for them to fight back later.
Awaiting orders.
We'll send in the New Orleans to help with destroying the different structures, as they're good against structures. We'll keep the excess ships here, just to get the damage required to fight off whatever they send in. The 4th Fleet is being renovated, and in fact the whole 4th Fleet is done now. So we'll get this Unicomplex constructor to go there, and we'll send the 4th Fleet into here. Yeah, we'll send it there to try and take that finally. So the First Fleet will deal with whatever's here, which shouldn't be much. The main thing I'm worried about is that there's a regular outpost somewhere in here. It's over there. But that's a ways away. We don't have to worry about it immediately. Planet Thule has been acquired, so we pull the 3rd Fleet back to attack shore. And here we will completely finish off the Romulans. They don't have anywhere else to go, really. Make sure the 4th Fleet is jumping as a group again. We now have more culture nodes forming, and that'll help defend against whatever they send our way.
By your command, state new directive.
First Fleet, we're probably going to lose a decent number of ships in the First Fleet, and I understand that. We're going to lose them, it's just a fact. However, we will make it nearly impossible for them to recover. And that is the primary goal of this attack. All of their factories are already gone. They probably have another factory world deeper in. That may be a factory world. If we can track down the shipyard where they're building... This may be where they're building the dreadnoughts. That would be a high priority target for the 3rd Fleet. We might actually mobilize the 3rd Fleet through the wormhole. Let's see. Let's see if it's the Avalon type. It's the Avalon type. Alright, so once the 3rd Fleet is done here, I want them to go in and clear out this planet. Or is it the Halifax? I don't remember. It's probably the Avalon. But yes, if we get this cleared out and then we go to here, we should be able to go directly in and kill off this. Is there a powerful starbase here? No, just a regular outpost. We can handle that.
By your command.
Alright, I think we have a way of winning this now. We can stop their production of dreadnoughts. Because they've made another dreadnought. And is it there? Because if it's there, we know that that is definitely where they're building them. Huh. I don't know. Strange. Is it there?
State objective.
Surely we've seen it.
Proceed to sector.
I don't know. We're gonna just operate off of what little we know right now. Alright, if we can get that Unicomplex constructor to run and build a Unicomplex over there, that'll be good. We're under attack, unfortunately. Although no, they're attacking the trade ship. Perfect. Gives us just enough time. This is not enough firepower to kill the Unicomplex. We know that. We've seen the firepower it takes to kill the Unicomplex, and it's much more than this. There we go. Construction has begun. 4th Fleet, make your way over there. 1st Fleet is taking some damage. But I don't believe any of it is actually to the... Yeah, none of it is to the core of the fleet. It's also the excesses that we've had sitting around. But it should mean we can get more wedges in, which would be useful. More wedges means more firepower against structures. So order up 3 wedges as well. And that's pretty much all we can do. But that's all we need. 4th Fleet is on the move. Unicomplex is being constructed. It won't be able to fire back for a while. But they won't be able to kill it easily. And once it's up, it will kill them. There's nothing they can do against it.
Proceed to sector.
The regular outpost is at 50% hull, just about.
State new directive.
And again, not losing any of the ships in the core fleet, just extra strenuous ships. Alright, we'll kill these stragglers. Shouldn't take long, and it's nice, easy resources. Do they have a starbase here? Not one that's preventing bombardment. It looks like this is another factory world now. So we'll just push through, clear out the turrets. I'm guessing that, no, this is just a repair dock, so it's not even a factory world, so I'm not worried. The outpost is basically dead. Let's get everyone to focus on the battle station. Killing the battle station is our primary goal. Make sure the Talon is automatically exploring. The starbase is dying pretty quickly. Now once we take these two, we get 2 artifact locations, but we need to clear this one out because it has the subspace relay stations that are covering this area. However... Wait, did they send in their... No, they didn't. Alright, and is this fully constructed? Almost. 10% to go, basically. And then it'll be able to kill all the ships that they have here, because they just don't have enough firepower. We'll send this addition to the 3rd fleet in, and the 4th fleet is clearing out everything here just fine. There's some subspace relay stations here, and if we kill them we should be able to take this location without any difficulty. So I'm not worried about any of this anymore, it's all gonna be easy. Make sure all this stuff is heading in the right direction. And I appear to have a few ships, but not much. The starbase is dead, so we're all clear there. The last defenses are gonna die pretty quickly, and then we can just start sieging the planet, which is something they can't quite defend against at the moment. This fleet is not missing anything, although the obelisks are taking more damage than I'd like. But that can be solved by killing the source of damage. Is the 1st fleet losing a lot, or are we just thinning down to just the core fleet now? Because I'd rather not be running around after decahedrons still. That'd just be bad. We'll kill the Surok, and we'll kill any other envoys we've got sitting around. Because we really don't need the envoys. They're just a waste. So we're gonna take this planet without much difficulty. And then, what's here? This is their last stronghold. And it's basically nothing. There's a fleet yard, and some listening posts. Yeah. We're all good now. Yeah, there's their dreadnought again. Let's see where it's going. It's going after our Nova. It's gonna go to one of these 2 locations, and I'm guessing it'll go to that one because there's less people. I can't take on an Excalibur with this force. We need to cut off their production of the dreadnoughts. But that's a ways out. We still can't colonize there, even though we have culture going through it. And the Enterprise E is just about dead. Which means, 1st fleet, all of you who can start sieging out the planet. 4th fleet, kill the torpedo turret, and the rest of you who can siege, start doing so. Are we missing an obelisk? Yes, we'll build a new one. I don't like building new obelisks all the time. But it's a necessity. 1st fleet has been reinforced. They are now a full fleet. We might end up merging them with the 4th fleet like we did with the 3rd and 5th. And just get 2 fleets, because we don't need the 3 when we get this area cleared, so we could run a nice pincer, so to speak, here. It's not really a pincer, because, well, that really means nothing in this game. We could attack from two fronts here, do a slight flanking. If we clear out both these planets and then just charge in with both sides. But really what we need to do is we need to kill their culture sources. And that's what we're trying to do by attacking through there. Granted, it's not the most effective way of doing so, but it's possible. The third fleet has gotten a planet now, so we'll actually get what the artifact is. And we'll send the third fleet to finish off the Romulans, if they're not already dead. No, the Romulans are not yet dead, and they only have one planet left. They're really trying to survive. Alright, send the Obelisk to join the main fleet. Culture source is growing, so we're becoming more powerful here. You have destroyed the enemy colony on Typha, which is this one. We want to get that, but we also know that that's not going to be easy. No damage to the core fleet other than that obelisk which we're bringing in.
Standing by.
We don't need your darn Surak, we'll scuttle it. This planet is going down slowly. We've gotten a few new ships in this fleet because of assimilation. This unit complex is going to be fine. We're killing off what they're sending in. No issues. No, we could do that, and that would be hilarious.
Activate all alcos.
We could steal the pirate base, because we now can take it. We have the ability to, because it no longer has enemy culture. And we could set up more interlink nodes here, but it relies on us being able to kill off these ships and holding them away. Can we do that? We're gonna need defense nodes, but it's possible. We can do this. Weapon testing facility. We don't know what the artifact is yet. Alright, they have a few ships. They're going to die. They have a fleet yard. It's going to die. Do they have any defenses? They have a disruptor turret. I don't even need to order it to be attacked because it'll be attacked anyways and it will die. They can't stop us at that location. Why are they still in the game? They should have lost by now. I don't know. We're even gaining fighters, possibly. Seems like we're actually getting fighters in our fleet now. Although we may not be building them because we just can't. We have carriers in our fleet for no apparent reason. I suppose it's just some minor bits of firepower. Alright, we'll get the third fleet to start sieging. Fourth fleet? Do we want to leave them there? I don't think so. Alright, we want to colonize Maldar. This location is almost upgraded and it will start producing culture, and it will basically mean that we've got this entire area. This unit complex is almost done, which means that this is no longer valid as a route for them. We've basically cut off an entire route for them. And there we go. The Romulans have been defeated. We now colonize their shattered planet. Won't take long. Just a few seconds. There we go.
Invalid objective. Invalid objective.
And if we now go in,
Negotiation is irrelevant.
we'll just get some mines and such. We don't really need anything else. We've cleared out the Romulans. Third Fleet has a very important mission now. We are to attack this Mortius planet, because it has a very important structure, the Avalon-type shipyard. If we can completely cripple them here, their fleet won't be able to recover from a loss, which is what I expect them to face pretty soon, as we will be attacking them and, hopefully, beating them. They want to colonize that planet. Okay. Ship has arrived. And there we go. It has begun.
Proceed.
Get the first fleet there as quickly as possible. Fourth fleet, I want to hold position and go back there. We don't want to let them through, but we don't want to be as close to them as we are right now. because they could just rush to us. We want to buy ourselves some time.
Proceed to sector.
And that seems like something that we can do here.
Planetary assimilation complete.
Maldar has been acquired, so we now have the pirate base.
Activate all outposts.
And just to spite them, we'll set up another culture node. And we'll get an actual transwarp node here because we need a bit more movement speed around here. And if we get this planetary simulator to go over here, then we're good. Have they brought in the Excalibur? Not yet, but it's probably on the way. Fourth Fleet is still on the run, but I'm not worried about any of this.
Our planet is under attack.
Alright, so that fleet is on its way in, and it'll help protect against problems. We cannot lose this to bombardment now, so they need to kill the starbase anyways. So all this stuff is within the defense of our ships, or our station. Have they brought it yet?
The collective must
No.
grow.
Where is it?
All crew stand ready.
So we're going to be able to get this planet really soon.
By your command.
Third Fleet is preparing to go through the wormhole. And there's the Excalibur. Let's show them why we're the best.
Initiating new directive.
First goal is to kill their Excalibur. They should scatter afterwards. Meanwhile, we need to make sure that the planetary simulator is ready to colonize. So we'll move it in as close as possible, and it's no longer blocked by enemy culture. Because all of this is just the culture still expanding. We have a lot more than we see right now. The Excalibur is dying very quickly.
State objective.
This is perfect.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
Alright,
Proceed
colonize.
to sector.
Third Fleet is heading through the wormhole.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
And the enemy Excalibur is trying to run, but it will not get out. This location is now ours. We will explore it, and we'll get some of those. We'll set up some interlink nodes. And then we'll get defenses set up. So I'd like tactical development.
Objective.
A defense node network to prevent sieging. Then some repair nodes to keep our defense node network alive. And then the rest we fill out with assimilation turrets.
Station construction complete.
And we'll get an extra repair node back here, in between those two, so that we can keep them alive with a sort of defensive system. We'll group these guys up, move the planetary assimilator up through there, and we will begin an attack there. And that should help push them off. What we may end up doing is we may end up just pushing through like that, pushing them back to this planet. And that's what I see happening now, since we're sending the Third Fleet in for a deep mission. And this fleet is just pushing down here. We're probably going to then form up into one large fleet because we won't need the more firepower. And we'll just push right through. We don't have a second fleet right now, so we'll call this whole conglomerate the second fleet. So there's the first and the fourth, but they're combined into the second. So we can still get the minute control that we may need, but we have that separation. So we are now the best in everything, which means that we are in a position where they cannot win. Simple as that.
State objective.
Do they have an Excalibur here? I think we killed it. We killed it. Perfect. Gravity well engagement range. We target Voyager first. What are those? Class 4 combat probes. Not worried.
Station construction.
We will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Alright, where's the Third Fleet? The Third Fleet is...
Initiating new directive.
Unable to use the wormhole?
Proceed to sector. Relocate to grid.
Alright, let's just hope they get through the
Construction
wormhole.
complete.
I may have slightly blocked off the wormhole with my starbase, which could pose a problem.
Be ready for anything. Engines to full. Helm, new course heading. Helm, new course heading.
We are one. Instructions received. Proceed to sector. Station construction complete. Instructions received.
Yeah, everything here is just gonna die.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
Another top level trapezoid already. Now, you've lost a pyramid, but that's not much of a problem. We lost some adapters, nope. Lost some obelisks, but we haven't had them for a while. Or possibly ever. I don't know. Oh, we have Ticon outpost defenses now. Those are very useful. We're basically much stronger against bombing now. There we go, the Third Fleet finally figured out how to go through a wormhole.
State new directive.
They're very professional, the Third Fleet.
Construction complete.
There we go, all their ships are dying, they can't survive the Borg onslaught.
Construction
And we're probably assimilating a lot of our ships too. Yeah, our fleet just keeps getting larger. Oh, does our largest trade route now... Our largest trade route now crosses star systems. That is actually quite impressive. Yeah, I like that. I'll go for that.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
We'll take a few of these, and we'll throw them to the areas that can use them
Alter
more.
course.
Iconian
Reserve
storage.
the collective.
We didn't have that, yeah. So that's just increasing our income even more. Which isn't really necessary anymore, since they can't fight us. We've completely destroyed their fleet. The Third Fleet has made it all through the wormhole? No, the Sphere and that Excelsior are still stuck.
Proceed to sector.
Whatever.
Negotiation is
Third Fleet moved to the geothermal planet. Have they launched another one? No, they haven't.
activate all alcoves.
All of our defenses should go down pretty quickly. Don't even need to order them around, they're just gonna die. We'll update the
The
second
collective
fleet
must grow.
with all the ships that we've now assimilated.
Standing by.
This Miranda will be thrown over into here
Understood.
because we can. Third fleet, how are you all moving?
By your command.
Alright, so it's a smaller fleet
Proceed to sector.
than one might expect, but it is our most powerful. And I highly doubt that they'll be able to survive. Alright. Our primary target is the Avalon shipyard. Yep, that's where they're producing the Excaliburs.
Assimilate this
Kill
vessel
the
by
Excalibur.
your command.
Now.
Adapting weapons array.
You need to get the Reaper Beam on it. How quickly can the Progenitor move?
Construction complete.
Everything along the way will just be melted by collateral damage as we fire at everything that gets in our way. But we need this thing dead.
Must grow.
And 50,000 damage will kill it instantly. We just need to outrun it. That's all we need. Do we have a cube that can slow them down?
Objective.
Tactical cube, can you... Darn it, it's just things around it that have warp engines disabled. Darn it, I misused that. We're not gonna get the kill.
Activate all alcoves.
It's gonna get away.
New directive. Station construction.
Yeah, it got away. Alright, everyone, kill the Avalon shipyard. This should help prevent more damages in the future. We'll go ahead and colonize the planet now. Second Fleet is clearing out what's left, and then we'll take that planet. But Second Fleet will then be pushing forward. And this is how it will continue. We'll push through, we'll join up with that fleet. And this is another artifact. Yeah, this is putting us firmly on top now. There's really nothing they can do. We'll not even put culture there. We don't need the culture. We've got enough cleared out now. They just can't survive. The Avalon shipyard is dead. This planet has been acquired. We'll get lots of metal there. And we'll actually set this up as another factory world. So we'll get a transwarp gate and 2 assembly matrices and an advanced assembly matrix. And that should be enough. We'll industry spec it. Second Fleet, you're done here. Those shouldn't be a problem, so you'll push forward. We'll send you over here. We'll take whatever's in there. Third Fleet's killing off this stuff, which won't take long. None of this is taking long. Regular outposts, where are you? There you are. I'm worried that this may be using the Reaper Beam pointlessly, so we'll actually have it stop auto-casting so we can actually use it properly. We can get any of these artifacts from this next location here. And I don't know which one we're gonna get. And it's quite exciting to think that we may be getting an awesome artifact that'll make us even more unstoppable. Alright, Second Fleet is on the move. We'll wipe out whatever's here, which isn't much. There we go, we have arrived. They have a fleet here. It will die. They have an outpost here. It will also die.
The collective must grow.
Everything they have here will die in some way. Just might take a bit longer. Kill the Voyager class. Third Fleet, you're doing fine. Although we could use another assimilator, some more spheres, and some more pyramids for it. Let's focus on the spheres, probably. But we're just gonna join them up anyways. They're gonna join up with this fleet, which is going to make it an unstoppable fleet. We can have them be the minor fleet now. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. There's nothing here to steal. That's unfortunate. Is there any other location with generic structures sitting around that we can take from them? Are there locations here where they have extractors? Yes, there are.
Mev?
There are several. And taking those extractors, again, puts us in a position that they can't really fight. Alright, we'll put them as a jump as a group. This will just be a minor group that we'll send in to pester them. That location is basically dead. The regular outpost is going down.
Station construction complete.
Third Fleet is clearing this area out, but they have to kill the starbase, which is about to die. I think the starbase is almost dead. Let's see.
Station construction complete.
So we're getting to the point where this battle's just gonna be easy. Everything's just gonna die quite quickly.
Activate all alcos.
There's really nothing left to hold up against us. What fleets they do have are already dead because they stayed in the wrong area too long. They have an Excalibur somewhere. I don't know where. It's probably sitting here building up with a fleet. But since we're gonna be charging it with this fleet and this fleet, I don't expect anything to be able to survive that. And we'll have the Reaper Beam immediately fire on the Excalibur. They shouldn't have an Avalon shipyard anywhere else. We'll take the rest of their artifacts and just push through and they'll die. So we'll go ahead and clear out this planet. Won't take long. Let's order them to focus on defensive structures. Because we don't need to worry about anything else. We really don't need to worry about defensive structures either. We might as well deal with them.
Station construction complete.
Got a few stragglers running through here. We'll make sure that we're sieging here. We want to clear out those subspace relay stations, and these ones have a few subspace relay stations which we need to kill off, and that'll give us more ability to expand and colonize. Gas giants, not much population, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about that anymore. This force, we'll send it to this asteroid just to be annoying to them, because extra annoyances are helpful at this point for us.
My life for the Empire. 'Tis more
We'll
brave
send
to
these guys
live
down
than
here
to
for
die.
another annoyance fleet.
We will adapt.
Come on, you can kill off what's left. It's not difficult. Third fleet, sieging. This place will go down quickly. And this will die.
Station construction complete.
I'd like them to just kill things because we have such an overly powerful fleet. They should just start sieging or something. But no, it'll be fine. Aha! Auto factories. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we're just much faster than them now. And we get extra logistics slots. So let's make this an unstoppable factory world.
Invalid objective.
I wonder how quickly we could build a fleet here.
Station construction complete.
Probably really quickly. Especially a full industry spec. Actually, we have another location that has more industry spec, right? Yeah, this location's probably building ships faster than anything in the universe, but
All sections
you know,
report.
as expected. And they've got a few colony ships there. Let's make sure that the second fleet is sieging with every ship that they can. What little it remains of their subspace relays are being attacked, but we need to make sure that we're still sieging. We want to kill the planet, and then we can worry. I see no more problems in this game. There's a small fleet that they've sent in trying to fight us back, but they know that they can't win, so they're already pulling away. Where are they running to? To there, I think. Yeah, they're running to their capital. And we will be right on their
We
tails.
serve the collective.
But with this fleet, which will be more able to kill them. So yeah, that'll be all for this episode. Next time we'll go ahead and we'll wipe out the Federation capital and start pushing them further back. And, you know, we'll start showing them just what we can do as the Borg. And we'll just push them back and back and back, get all their artifacts, and then push them all the way back to Amasea.
Station construction complete.
And they won't be able to fight us because we have such an inordinately larger fleet than them. So yeah, that'll be next time. Until then, goodbye.